Okay, good morning. This is Ben, and we're going to go over day 7 of Wes Boss's JavaScript 30. Today we're doing more array methods. We're going to look at sum, every, find, and find index. Sorry, I had to remember what they were off the top of my head. So there's not a lot of cool DOM manipulation today. No HTML, no CSS. This is just going to be straight console.log world, so bear with me on this one, but there's only 4 problems. This should be pretty quick to go through. Again, a review of an array method. An array method is going to iterate over the array you give it, and then the output that you can expect is going to depend on the method that you call. So let's solve this first problem. Is at least one person 19 or older? So we're going to pass a method on this people array. So what is that going to look like? So we'll pass it to people. We'll call sum. We'll declare a variable called person. And then we'll do a couple of things here. First, we're going to have to get the current year. And we're going to get that with a new date. And then we're going to say get full year. And I'm going to go ahead and do the arithmetic in a variable. So we'll say current year minus person dot, what is it, dot year. That'll get us the age of the person. And then we can return age is greater than 18. So that'll evaluate the true as long as one person in this array is 19 or older. That's what sum will do. So let's figure out this. And we've got true. Perfect. We'll ignore that error down there because find index, I haven't finished writing it yet. Here, we'll just comment that out so we don't keep getting that error. Okay, so is everyone 19 or older? So this is going to be a very similar function that I'm going to write, except this will only evaluate the true if every single person in that array is over the age of 18. So instead of just writing the same function, I'm going to show you how to accomplish, well, I'm going to show you how to write the same function but in one line, because that's the cool thing with arrow functions. So again, we're going to use people. This time we're going to use every. We're going to access a person, which represents each element inside the array. And then we're going to, what is this? See if I can remember what to do here. I believe it's just new date. Again, get full year. Let's see what we'll do. Minus person dot year. I might need to use parentheses here, but I'm not terribly sure. Luckily, I have Prettier installed, and it will tell me right or wrong if I need that or not. Save. It seems to think so. So this is how you can write that function all in one line. And we are expecting a result of false. And there we go. True for the first one because one person is an adult. False for the second one because not everyone in that group is an adult. Now what are we going to do? We're going to find a comment with the ID of that number. And so for this, we'll use a method called find. And this time we're going to iterate on comments. So we'll say comments. Oh, get with me, computer. Comments dot find. We'll do comments. And this is just going to return the first instance of an element that passes some conditional. So in this case, I'm looking for the first comment with an ID that equals this number here, and I'm not going to bother to type that out. And we should expect to see, it looks like a text that says super good with that ID. Let's see if we got that. Perfect, super good ID. Now we're going to delete the comment with, it looks like the same ID, but we're going to do so by first finding the index. So let's uncomment out this. We're going to find an index. This is actually going to be a duplicate. What word am I looking for? A callback function. Except instead of returning the element itself like it did in the last problem, it's just going to return the index of the elements. So comment.id equals, I think I can still just paste that. And let's take a second here to make sure that I have the index. Console.log index, and I believe that should be 2. Oh, 1. It's the second item, so that's why I thought it was 2. So yeah, it's the second item in the array and it has an index of 1. Now that's not a, we haven't deleted that comment yet. I'm going to do, there's a couple of ways you can delete an item. They both use splice. So I'm going to try this way out. So it's called new array, or we'll call it new comments. Be a little bit more semantic. And we'll just create a new array. But I want all the elements from the first array, so I'm going to use the spread operator. And we'll use comments. Now we'll use splice. And splice is going to take a few arguments. The first one is the index to start at, and then the index to stop splicing at, excuse me. So we're going to stop at index. And we don't need that. Comments.splice. And this time we're going to start at the index, or the index after the index that we're deleting. It's a little wordy, but you'll get what I'm doing here in a second. And you don't need to provide another argument because we want it to go all the way to the end. And to make sure I got that correct, let's do console.table, and we'll do new comments. And you'll notice there should be no super good when I run this. Love this. Ramen is my favesies. And nice, nice, nice. You notice there is no, what were we looking for? There's no super good. All right, that's Array Methods Part 2. Hope you had a good time. Bye-bye.